How often do you find yourself wondering if someone's lying to you? Let's get real. People lie all the time. It could be because they're trying to cover up something or they're trying to manipulate someone. People have been trying for years to come up with reliable ways to determine whether or not someone is lying. There's the polygraph or lie detector test. It's been used for decades, but even that is still not considered reliable. There are also researchers who study body language and have discovered certain behaviors and signs that often indicate if a person's telling a lie. In today's video, we'll talk all about what these signs are and help you become your own human lie detector. From voice changes to eye movements and more. Let's get started. Number 1. They're offering too many details. You'd think that a lie would lack details, but sometimes the opposite is true. If someone's feeding you a line, then they tend to offer up far more specifics than you asked for. Liars tend to embellish in an effort to convince you the story is accurate. They'll include things like the exact time, specific details of the location, who was there, and how they were dressed. If it feels like too much information, it's probably a lie. At the very least, a partial lie. Number 2. They fold their arms. Liars generally try to close themselves off. That means they cover areas where they might feel exposed or vulnerable. This can include their mouth and eyes, the bottom of their kneecaps, the bottom of their torso, their neck, and the top of their head. A liar will close themselves off by putting clothing over these parts, turning their body away from the person they're talking to, putting objects or furniture between themselves and others, or simply folding their arms. Number 3. They keep touching their nose or mouth. If you ask someone a question and they start touching their face or covering their nose, it means they're uncomfortable, and they don't want to answer that question because they're not prepared for it. If they're doing this, it's likely they'll give you a false answer. Number 4. Their breathing changes. If someone's lying to you, they may begin to breathe heavily as a reflex action. When their breathing changes, their shoulders will rise and their voice may get shallow. In essence, they're out of breath because their heart rate and blood flow changed. Your body experiences these types of changes when you're nervous and feel tense, like when you're lying. Number 5. They change their head position quickly. If you see someone suddenly make a head movement when you ask them a direct question, they may be lying to you about something. Their head will be retracted or jerked back, bowed down, or cocked or tilted to the side. This will often happen right before the person is expected to respond to the question. Number 6. Their smile is all wrong. People tend to smile when they lie. Usually, though, their smile isn't a natural one. There are 2 types of smile that often betray the liar. The first one is a fake smile. The giveaway is that their smile will not touch their eyes. Cheek muscles can be consciously controlled. The crow's feet of the eyes, however, cannot be consciously contracted. The second tell that betrays the liars is the duping smile. Liars often experience a feeling of glee or elation when they lie, probably because they feel like they might be getting away with something. Bright, smug smiles can flash from their faces, a reaction that is beyond their control. That smile is known as a duping delight. Number 7. Their eye movements are unusual. One of the most famous tells of a liar is that they can't make eye contact with the person that they're lying to. But liars know this. To compensate, they'll often hold eye contact for an unnatural length of time. Also, lying can be stressful. As a result, people will often blink their eyes more while lying, especially if one is facing a tough interrogation. Liars tend to shift their blink rate, so if you believe someone's lying to you, closely monitor the person's blinking. If they blink often or frequently, it's a strong indication that they might be lying. Number 8. They try to distance themselves from their subject. Liars often are uncomfortable when they're lying to someone. As a result, their mind will often take steps to create separation from the person or people they're lying to. Liars will unconsciously distance themselves from their subject. It could be a physical object like a computer or a stack of books, or it could be something that's reflected in the liar's language. Number 9. Their pupils dilate. Who knew that your eyes would let someone know when your brain is doing a workout? Your pupils get larger when your brain's working hard, like when you're trying to convince someone of a lie. This is a pretty good indicator because no matter how great of a liar you are, it's hard to imagine anyone who can actually control their pupils. You may be able to play games with your words, you may be able to make or not make eye contact, but your actual pupils might tell the real story. Number 10. They are speaking slowly. How you speak is also revealing. Liars speak more slowly and briefly than people telling the truth, as lying requires more thought. People who don't want you to know the true story will use phrases like you know, and excuse me. These are signs that they're playing for valuable seconds until they can come up with the best lie to get you to fall for it. While liars can rehearse their story thoroughly, an unexpected question or trying to recall details out of sequence can throw them off. Number 11. Their hand gestures are animated. This one is especially helpful because people become animated during the story they're regaling to you. People who are lying or fibbing tend to take advantage of their hand cues once their story is concluded. This is because so much of their mind is spent weaving this intricate story that their hands don't receive that memo. They often receive it too late to respond, and they often don't. Number 12. They have difficulty speaking. If you watch police confession videos, it sometimes seems like the criminal has a hard time getting his or her words out. This is due to the autonomic nervous system reaction that dries their mouth in times of stress. Lip biting and lip pursing are also signs that they may be lying. Number 13. They are fidgeting. Lying activates your limbic system. The goal of your limbic system is to keep you calm under stress, and liars may have a hard time sitting still. You do things to burn off nervous energy, like pick off imaginary lint, rub your arms, self-soothing behaviors such as moving or fidgeting. Rubbing your neck or playing with hair are also signs of potential deception, particularly if someone does it right after they're lying to you. Number 14. The theme of their conversation is honesty. Liars want to convey to you that they're telling the truth. One simple way to do that, they think, is by talking honestly. If someone says, "Let me be honest with you," honestly, or even, "I was brought up to always be honest," they might be priming you to believe the lie they're about to tell you. Number 15. They are rolling their lips. Liars sometimes purse their lips when they're telling you a lie. It's either that they're trying to hide what they feel or that they're concealing facts. This is especially true when they're asked sensitive questions. It may also mean that they don't want to talk or speak about it. When it comes to detecting the truth, your lips are invaluable. This is because your lips have a lot of nerves and are highly vascular, which makes them react right on the spot. For example, a person who receives bad news, his or her lips begin to disappear as vasoconstriction takes place. Consequently, lip biting is also one way a liar pacifies himself. It's a way of getting stress out due to keeping away the truth. Number 16. Their skin may change. Lying can do all kinds of things to your body without your knowledge or realization. That means that if you're lying to someone, your body might be giving you away. Going as white as a ghost can be a sign of untruthfulness because this signals blood rushing out of the face. If you're lying, your skin may become clammy, cool, or might start to sweat. Number 17. They shuffle their feet. This is one of the key ways to detect a liar. Just look at their feet, they can tell a lot. This is their body taking over. Shuffling feet tells you that the potential liar is uncomfortable and nervous. It also shows you that he or she wants to leave the situation and walk away. Do you do any of these things when you lie? Have any of these signs helped you catch someone who's lying? Let us know in the comment section below. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait, what kind of Bestie would we be if we didn't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.